My guest tonight, folks, is a man we've been waiting for all these months. Why? Because he has a listening post. He sits far, far away, all the way in the United States, and he gauges what's going on in Kenya. Who better to get a perspective on what's been happening the last few months than the distinguished professor from the University of Buffalo. That's right, and also chairman of the Kenya Human Rights Commission. You know who I'm talking about. Professor Makau Mutua is in the house. Prof, good to see you.
Hey, bro, how are you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Welcome back home, man.
Thank you so much.
How's it feel to be back?
There's no place like home.
How's it feel to be back under this new dispensation? Have a seat, Prof.
To be determined.
To be determined.
To be determined.
So you're not holding your breath. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, I am. Let me say this. I'm cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's too early days. You know, chickens, may come home to roost. We'll be very careful.
Yeah.
When two bulls get in the ring, you don't know what might happen.
And judging from your articles, and we'll get to the latest one in a moment, but yes, other articles have suggested, look, Raila Odinga has been burnt many times before. You get to this point, and then he's burnt or ends up disappointed. Is that your worry?
Well, I think there is a history to the man and a legacy to the man of Raila Amolo Odinga. And that history is one of fighting for reform. And when you fight for reform, you adopt different tactics based upon different circumstances, isn't it? I mean, after all, he's a politician.
Yep.
And politics is the art of the possible.
Yes.
Okay?
Not impossible.
Not impossible.
Yeah.
So I would describe Mr. Odinga with a water metaphor. Water is very difficult to contain. If water finds that the pathway is closed, it looks for another path. And it'll always find a place to go to.
Yeah.
And that's how I describe him. And I think in this particular instance, he gauged the political situation. He assembled opinions, and he made a certain choice. And that choice, of course, is fraught with both risk and I think opportunity for him and for the country.
Yeah. Real quick, were you shocked when you saw the handshake? Were you as surprised as we were?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm a seasoned observer of Kenyan politics. I've seen it all, man. Just like you. Yeah. I've seen it all.
So it didn't shock you that it was him and not the other three, for instance?
I think that Mr. Kenyatta has to make a calculation, or had to make a calculation, because what does Mr. Kenyatta lack? Mr. Kenyatta wants something that only Mr. Odinga can give him.
What is that, legacy?
Nobody else. No, not legacy. Nobody else in this country can give Mr. Kenyatta what Mr. Odinga can give him. And if you look at the elections of 2017, August 8th, August 26th.
October 26th.
I mean, October 26th. Yeah. They're united by one single thread, And that's essentially a deficit of legitimacy. We can argue about this, until the cows come home.
Sure.
But that's my position. And so even though, for the October 26th election, Mr. Kenyatta supposedly won it, there was no contestant. He had no antagonist. He was all by himself in the ring. It was like the days of yore with Mubarak and Mobutu, because he garnered over 90% of the vote. By any definition, in an election where you run alone, you really cannot win it in a democratic manner because you run against yourself. And so what I would say is that the October 26th election put Mr. Kenyatta in power, but without legitimacy. And so what he needed, or what he needs, is legitimacy.
Yeah.
That's the deficit. And the only person who can give him that legitimacy is Mr. Odinga. After all, just one more minute. Mm-hmm. After all, Mr. Odinga controls the hearts and souls and minds of many Kenyans, okay? And you cannot wish him away, okay? Yeah. And I would say that the other three, Mr. Mudavadi, Mr. Musyoka, and Mr. Wetangula, are important players, and especially the first two, Mr. Mudavadi and Mr. Musyoka, important players. But clearly, Mr. Odinga is the most important player.
Prof, let me take a break, come back and talk about exactly that. What happens now? What happens now going forward? What does happen to Wetangula, Mudavadi, and Kalonzo? Do they form their own party? Because they already talk about betrayal now. What happens? And also your latest article, we'll go to that. You were scathing. You were scathing. I mean, you basically, the conclusion was, you know what? This thing could go all the way south.
Yeah, no, I was not scathing, I was forthright.
Let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
Come back. It's going to be a good show tonight, folks. Get ready, sit back. Better yet, lean forward. Professor Makau Matua is in the house, and this man calls it like he sees it without fear or favor. Keep tweeting at Konanga Jeff, at Makau Matua, at Citizen TV Kenya. The hashtag, as always, is JK Live. JK Live takes a break. We'll be back in a moment.